Hey Zombie Slayers, Jonathan here at Night Knowledge. We're back in Trumbull Valley, and I've spent the last few days scrambling and trying to spend all my influence to show you all of the 6 new bases on the map. We're going to go over the costs, the layout, and any special facilities. Let's get started. When you start the game or move to Trumbull Valley from another map, you'll end up in Checkpoint Delta near the northwest part of the map. There's nothing really special about this space other than a built-in facility that gives 5 beds. It has 4 parking spots and 2 small outdoor slots, so probably for an infirmary and a workshop. Unless I'm missing something, this might be one of the worst starting locations of any map, with the very limited facility slots and not many close by looting opportunities. I would imagine it to be very difficult for most new players. The only thing good about this base is that there are very few areas for zombies to get in through. The next base we'll look at is to the east, called Pterodactyl Park. It requires 500 influence, and you'll need a community of 4 to move in. It has no special facilities. It has 5 small facility slots, 4 that are outdoor and 1 that is indoor, and 1 large outdoor facility slot. This is a great base to move into right away for the close looting all around it. And it's also close to the bounty broker and has good access to the entire map. To the north of Checkpoint Delta is the Red Talon Daybreak base. It requires 1500 influence, and you'll need 5 community members to move in. Don't forget, if you're hurting for food, say in lethal mode, you can always evict survivors once you've moved into a new base. The Red Talon base comes with a slew of pre-built Red Talon facilities, meaning you don't have to have played a ton of Daybreak mode to see whether it's worth it. So the special built-in facilities include the Watchtower that decreases threat, a bunk room that gives +3 beds and can be upgraded for 2 more beds, a workshop which gives +1 materials per day, an officer's lounge which also gives 2 beds, and a Clio relay with 2 actions that cost either 1000 or 500 influence for Clio drops. Although all these facilities are pre-built and don't have any daily resource costs, it only comes with 1 small and 1 large facility slot in which you can build something of your choice. Both are outdoor slots, and the Red Talon facilities cannot be destroyed. Other than the drawback of being in a corner of the map, resulting in a lot of gas being spent traveling, this is quite a good base with a large area to loot, and is the closest to the landmark outpost, the Echo Research Station. If you want more information on the Echo Research Station, I did make a video earlier this week. Take a look at the end or in my channel for that. To the direct south of Checkpoint Delta, we have the Tranquility Factory base. It requires 1000 influence and will need 5 community members as well. It has 2 unique facilities pre-built. The factory incinerator that has an action, burn stuff. For the cost of 1 of each resource, 1 labor, and 2.5 minutes, it'll give you 25 morale, but it also increases the zombie threat level. The other unique facility is the meditation garden that gives +2 meds per day and +3 morale. It comes with 2 actions. Schedule a break, which only requires 1 labor and 2.5 minutes to give 3 morale, and the better action, meditative gardening, which also costs 1 labor but 22 minutes and 30 seconds, and gives +25 morale and increases meds production by 50%. And it also has a facility mod slot, which means you can increase it even further. Tranquility Base has factory storage, giving a huge increase to the storage of resources. It comes with 2 large facility slots, 4 small with 2 outdoor slots and 2 indoor slots. Although there is a huge loot area to the south, it'll definitely require a car to get to. I really like the meditation garden facility that'll give meds and a huge morale boost. I'm on the fence though about the burn stuff action of the incinerator. What do you think? It's definitely a beautiful and colorful base as well. Southeast of the Tranquility base is Fort Marshall. It requires 2,000 influence and needs 8 community members. It comes with 6 pre-built facilities, starting with the military shooting range that costs 1 material per day and provides a passive buff to shooting and wits gain. If the passive gain is too slow for you though, it does have 2 actions, one that trains shooting for 2 ammo, or wits for 1 food and 1 meds. Next is the military clinic facility that costs 2 meds per day and acts like an infirmary level 2 with the same actions. There are cramped barracks that provides 8 beds with a -3 morale and costs 1 material per day. The mobile catering station has a 50% faster kitchen action speed and also costs 1 material per day. The well-used latrine has an action, Clean the Toilets, which provides a +10 morale boost for 31 minutes and costs 1 labor and 5 minutes. The last pre-built facility are defensive towers that decrease zombie threat by 2 and has the typical action, Additional Threat Reduction, which gives a -6 Z threat for 1 hour at an expensive 3 ammo cost. Fort Marshall comes with 2 large empty facility slots and 2 small slots, 1 indoor and 1 that is outdoor. Something that I really like about these Trumbull Valley bases is that they all have very nice high walls and typically only about 3 entrances, so they are much easier to defend than any of the other bases versus the other maps, where you might need to place vehicles to block the Zeds. Despite an incredible amount of places to loot for Fort Marshall, the daily costs to maintain this base is pretty high. Finally, smack dab in the middle of the map is the farmland compound, which I believe is going to be a favorite for most people. It costs 3,500 influence and needs a community of 6 to move in. It has 3 unique facilities. The refugee clinic that acts as an infirmary level 3 and provides a +10 max health buff to your survivors, but costs 2 meds per day and 1 materials per day. It also has sturdy bunkhouses that provides 6 beds and has an option to expand and give a further +2 beds, but then -5 morale and also -1 materials per day. The backyard barbecue pit gives +50% action speed if there is a solar array in the base and has an action grill stuff up that gives +10 morale for 31 minutes at the cost of 1 food, 1 labor, and 3 minutes and 20 seconds. Like the lumberyard base of Providence Ridge, the farmland compound has 4 large outdoor slots, which means you can have each leader's special facility. It has 3 small facility slots, 1 indoor and 2 outdoor. The farm compound is great because it's the closest to the bounty broker and is equally distant to any looting location. And while there aren't any major streets that Zeds will travel along, I've noticed huge hordes all over in the fields. So those are all 6 bases that you'll find in the revamped Trumbull Valley map. Let me know in the comments below which is your favorite. Check out the rest of my channel for other videos on State of Decay 2, video games, board games, and other fun things. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.